How did using reverse psychology save your life? I used to lie to my parents all the time in middle and high school, but there was one lie that honestly might have saved my life. When I was 16, my dad had this rule that made zero sense. I could hang out with friends, I could go to games, but I was never allowed to ride in a car with anyone but family. My dad was convinced that teenagers behind the wheel were basically a death sentence, which honestly just made me better at hiding things from him. One Saturday night, my friend Brianna threw this big bonfire out at her uncle's farm while he was away for the weekend. Half my grade showed up, music going, trucks parked everywhere, total chaos. I told my dad I was sleeping at my grandma's house to help her clean out the garage. He believed me right away because I spent the whole week being weirdly helpful on purpose, folding laundry, walking the dog without being asked, even bringing up my grades at dinner. I basically tricked him into trusting me, and it worked. By 11, I was out at the farm having the best night of my life. Then around 1 in the morning, things went bad fast. Some drunk guy started screaming at another guy near the fire. People started pushing each other. Someone knocked over a cooler. Then out of nowhere, everybody started yelling that a neighbor called the cops. The whole crowd freaked out. People were running through the field, sprinting to their trucks, peeling out completely wasted. And that's when it hit me. My ride had already taken off. My phone was at 4%, and I was stuck way out in the country with a bunch of drunk strangers. One guy I barely knew said he'd drive me home, but he could hardly walk. Another guy kept telling me to just sleep in his truck, even though I'd watched him kick a fence post 10 minutes before. Every choice felt dangerous. Then my phone rang. Dad. At 1:12 a.m. I froze. I answered and tried to sound half asleep, and right away he goes, "Why is it so loud over there?" I walked away from the fire and said, "Oh, Grandma left the radio on. I just got up for water." He was quiet for a second, then he said something that changed everything. "Okay, put Grandma on the phone." My stomach dropped because my grandma was actually staying at my aunt's that night. I had one move left. So instead of panicking, I did the dumbest thing I could think of. I got mad. I said, "Wow, you really don't trust me at all?" Silence. Then I kept going. I told him I was sick of always being treated like I was hiding something. Said maybe that was why I never told him anything real anymore. Total reverse psychology. And somehow it worked. His tone changed instantly. He started saying sorry, actually saying sorry to me. Then he said, "You know what? Forget it. I'm sorry I called this late." And right before he hung up, he asked, "Do you want me to come get you?" That part hit me right away because suddenly I understood something. If I said no, I was getting in a truck with a drunk idiot. If I said yes, I'd be grounded forever, but I'd actually get home safe. So I sniffed a little, pretended I was still upset, and quietly said, "Yeah, maybe." 20 minutes later, I was sitting in the passenger seat of my dad's car while he lectured me the whole way home. And honestly, I didn't care because 15 minutes after we left, one of the guys from that bonfire flipped his truck in a ditch trying to outrun the cops. 2 people got sent to the hospital. My dad still thinks he caught me in a weak moment that night. He has no idea I tricked him into coming to get me, but for once, lying probably saved my life.